Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly, and it's mail call. One mail call. We haven't had a lot of mail calls lately after the last little batch, so I figured I'd do a little mail call now. And this is just to let you know, I'm using my little Boker Apex. This was one of those calendar advent ones that last year that I got. Oops, sorry. It's a little button lock. And it's Kelly size, just exactly Kelly size. And I absolutely love it. It comes with a lot of different scale options and different things you could do on it. But needless to say, let's see if we can get into the box. And looks like they're out of their boxes and out of their little things. I knew that they were out of they usually have, this is TKell, they usually have a soft zipper pouch that they put this stuff in, and I think their source for doing that, it has dried up, or they not being able to get them from them right now. And they used to have those little plastic things like Demco does, where they squeeze together or go together and click. They might be out of those now too, because I know they were said they'd use them until they ran out. I'm assuming they probably ran out. But this is an TKell Striker blend with the Givati Scales, which is the purple and black. Let me see if I can turn on the light and see if that makes it any better or not better. But this is a blend, and you can see that they oiled their knives down as a precaution and protection. He uses Ballistol, at least that's what he says he always uses. But you can see right here, this is one of his obvious blems. But everything else looks pretty spot on. The grind looks well done. And yeah, everything else from what I can tell. So this little blem spot in the blade saved me $50 on the knife. And I plan on using them. So they're going to get scratched. They're going to get scuffed. And to me, I'd rather save the $50. Everything else looks awesome. Got the black lashing screws. Awesome scales. And this is Kelly size. And like I said, this is the Striker that has, I know some people aren't crazy about the bigger jimping. I don't mind it. And my short thumbs, I lock in real good. If I try to snug up as close as I can, then I can lock more in, catch that part of it on the bottom of my thumb up to the top of my thumb for the harpoon portion. But this is, now, TKell knives are not meant to be slicey knives, if you know what I mean. They're more stabby, pokey knives. But there still has an edge, of course, get it, on them, and they will slice. But the angle, he usually sharpens them. I mean, most times if you want a good slicey knife, you want one that's around the 17-degree angle, if not a little bit lower. He normally does his sharpening at 20 degrees or up to 25 degrees, I think, depending. But that's usually what he does for his edge angles. So, but God, I love his knives. They're meant to be used and abused, and they come with a guarantee. If they fail and have issues or whatever, he will replace them or repair them, as the case may be, depending on what's the actual problem is. As long as you don't obviously abuse them. I don't use my knives as pry bars. If you use the tip as a pry bar, you're asking for the tip to be broken off. They're just not meant to be used for that. Let's see here. Get a pry bar. If you need a pry bar to pry on something, get the proper tool for the proper job. That's just something that to me makes sense. Just do it. Anyway, I thought I'd let you guys see this and see, do you think it's worth the $50 to save for that little spot right there? Because that's pretty much all I see on there. Everything else that at a quick glance, I don't notice really anything else on there. And that might have just been part of the finishing, because I don't really feel like an indentation or a hole or anything like that. It's like maybe the finish just didn't take well there or took extra or did something weird. But anyway, wonderful knife, wonderful company to deal with. Contact China through their contact thing to say, hey, do you guys by chance have any blems of whatever knife it is that you're looking for? They might surprise you. They might have one. They might not. It doesn't hurt to ask. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Bye-bye.